Hi there everybody, it's me, CoolKobe149, and today will be the second part of the NeoPixel Proffie Crimson Core from Crimson Dawn. So this is the Crimson Core. Today's video will be a showcase of all sound fonts, and will be a quick explanation on the repeated sound effects if you get the Crimson Proffie Core. This is not the regular Proffie Core, as I'll explain very soon. This is the second part as well, because the first part will deal with how to actually use the Saber. In this video, I will not be explaining how and why I'm doing certain things, like how to do blaster blocks, how to change volume. I'm just going to do it, and if you want to learn how to do it, watch the first part. If you also want my genuine review of the product, also go to the first part. The first part will show the review of the product. So what I will do is I will say what the sound font name is. I will play what the sound font sounds like at the beginning. Like I'll put it the speaker right next to the microphone. Then I'll back off and use the sound font for a bit. I'm going to swing it around for a bit, hit things with it, hit the Saber, do blaster blocks, the lightning blocks, as you get a good feel of what each sound font would look like. And then I'm going to come back to the camera, opinions, go to the next sound font, give you the sound of it, and etc. So, first thing, this is, hi, you can see my face now. This is battery life, as I showed in the previous video. Not really much to explain. You can't turn on the Saber in this sound font, but it will show you the battery life of the Saber. Next sound font, because this one's literally all it is, battery life. I explain more in my first part what each of this means, what this means. The next sound font is Darth Vader's sound font, and it will have from the 4, 5, 6 movies, basically his red lightsaber that, you know, you see in all the movies.
Don't make me destroy you.
Alrighty, that was Darth Vader's sound font. The sound smooth swing is not very sensitive. You do have to actually swing it quite decently to get to the smooth swing actual part of it, and here it's smooth swinging. And so as you see, when I was shaking the Saber a little bit there, you didn't actually hear anything come out. That's because it wasn't actually doing a full swing. If you do a really fast full swing, it will play kind of a different preset on top of it, which will make it go like, real, and very quick slashing. And this can do it very rapid suggestion, as I will show right now. It's going like, whoa, 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 for the Saber. And one last thing. Beautiful. Now, the next sound font is Kylo Ren's sound font from the 7th, 8th, 9th movie. His crossbar red Saber. By the way, that noise comes up every time you switch to the sound font. This sound font's also very interesting. Pay attention to the color right here as I swing the Saber. The blade effects and color changes as you swing the Saber to make it look like that graphic pixely thing that you just saw. It actually changes more orange to the emitter base when you swing the Saber. It's more noticeable in real life. I'm going to warn you, I'm going to hit that light a lot in the video, and I'm going to be scared every time and look at the Saber. I apologize beforehand. Also, blaster blocks look very weird. Anyways, the next sound font is
Crimson Assassin.
Now, this is a Crimson Core Saber, and this is the time I'm going to explain what the Crimson Core is. The difference between the Crimson Core and the Proffie Core is the Crimson Core will come with roughly like 10 more sound fonts, but still come with some of the original sound fonts from the LGT Saber like basic sound core, because the sound Proffie board has been modified by Crimson Dawn if you buy the Crimson Core. The modification will include basically changing certain sound fonts to be different. They will sound different. They'll have different blade effects. And they'll also change the background music. I will show the background music off, I think, last. Give a little taste of each sound font's music. So if you want to hear some of the music, then come to the end of the video. Anyways, this is the Crimson Assassin. That was the Crimson Assassin. It's not really related to any characters that I know of, but it sounds pretty cool. And this is the sound font that lets you play Duel of the Fates if you activate music, which I forgot to show in the last video, which I apologize. Double-click the main button to activate music. Like, that's all you're getting for now. I'll show more later. Alrighty, next is the
Crimson Electro Saber.
Crimson Electro Saber. Sounds very electrically. This one, I actually don't like the red. It starts red, and it is a kind of a Sith font, but I think I'm going to show you. It looks much better if you make it light blue. It kind of reminds me of ice, and like ice scraping. Next,
The Dark Saber.
this is the Dark Saber, and I think it's the one from the Clone Wars, because they all sound slightly different. This one will sound pretty bad on the camera and the audio from the phone, but sounds awesome in real life. That's pretty fun. This one is the only sound font that I can very audibly notice a massive spike in the volume of the swing. This is the only smooth swing sound font. I think all of them have smooth swing, but this is the only one that gets the smooth swing is really loud. But in my opinion, it sounds awesome. This one is a very cool sound font. The only problem is it just doesn't come in other colors. When you color change with this sound font, it really doesn't change colors. Like in camera, you can kind of see it, but in real life, you don't notice anything.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is Luke Skywalker's from the 6th episode. So his 6th episode saber, that was green. Sounds very nice. One of my favorite sound fonts. I have a couple sound fonts on here that I really like. I like Darth Vader's, Luke Skywalker's, and there's another one that will come up that I will show that sounds really cool. That's one of my favorites.
Crimson Starfighter.
This is Crimson Starfighter, one of my least favorite sound fonts. It only sounds like a Starfighter ship, and it's really loud and obnoxious. Blah. When you swing it, it makes, like, dodging noises. It sounds like a Starfighter ship. That's all I can explain it by. Every sound effect on that sounds like a Starfighter ship.
Crimson Gunship.
I think it's Dan shape. I don't even know what it says, but basically, this is also very similar to the Starfighter. Maybe an AT-AT? I really don't know. That one's not my least favorite, but definitely not my most favorite.
Crimson Mystic.
This is Mystic. This one is also one that has 2 sound fonts to it, and both of them look very cool. They sound like piano notes, I think is the best way of describing it. White, there's actually 2 of them. One of them is white, the other one's multicolored. But that one's pretty cool. It's not really the most useful, and it's very obnoxious. I have a hard time saying that word. But still quite a cool sound font, and still unique and special in its own way.
Crimson Protector.
This is Crimson Protector. The only way I can describe this is kind of like a Sith Mace Windu, and you'll see why. It's an unstable purple that comes up stably through the blade. There's 2 of them too, and the other one is just stable, but it sounds very good. Basically, I would call that Mace Windu sound font, but it's called Protector, and in my opinion, it's pretty good. I like it a lot.
Rey Skywalker.
This is Rey Skywalker's from the 9th movie, so not Luke's saber. This is Rey Skywalker's yellow from the 9th movie. Very nice. Sounds very accurate, not very loud and obnoxious, and I personally like it. It's yellow, which is a very cool sound color anyways as well, so yeah. The next one is my top 3 favorite, right next to Darth Vader's and Luke Skywalker's.
I'm Cal Kestis.
This is Cal Kestis' sound font. Now, what's very interesting is there's only one Cal Kestis sound font. However, half of the time it will play that sound file that you just heard, which is Cal Kestis. But sometimes, let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can get it to repeat.
Don't make me destroy you.
I'm Cal Kestis.
For some reason, I can't make it repeat what it says. But basically, it will say, you know, having a lightsaber isn't always makes you a Jedi. And it just swaps between the two randomly, and I have no clue why. Very quick, very awesome. Very awesome sounding, very quick, and is perfect for if you want a quick activation, like the blade coming out very quickly, and it works awesome, and since it's stable, yeah, awesome with any color. Dark blue, light blue, red, it always looks sick. In my opinion, this is one of my favorite sound fonts available with this Saber. Right tied next to Luke Skywalker's 6th movie sound font and Darth Vader's original sound font. So now we will be getting into the remake blades. So from now on, it will not play unique sound fonts. It will play the exact same sound fonts from previously shown Sabers to the sound font name as you'll hear. So next one will be Darth Vader again. However, it will have a unique blade effect made by Crimson Dawn.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
So from now on, I will be calling these the Darth Vader V2, Rey V2, etc. This is fire, basically. It is yellow right here and red right there. Very cool. Starts out yellow, but slowly turns red at the tip. Kind of hard to see on camera, but in real life, you can clearly see that difference in the bottom to the top of the blade.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is Luke V2, which means it's the exact same sound font as Luke, but it has a different blade activation and blade effect. This one is quite obvious. This sound font will go through all the blade colors, and I'm not too sure if it's true or not, but the faster you swing it, the faster it brings it through. I'm not too sure. It was just going really slow at one portion, so I was like, what the heck? But yeah, red, purple, yellow, purple, blue, green. It will basically just cycle through all of them. And you can combine this with color changing mode, but not exiting it to make a really cool effect. I'll show you. Watch. Turn your whole room into rainbow.
Show me again the power of the darkness.
This is Kylo Ren V2. Same sound font, but completely different blade effects and colors. This one really lets you see on camera the upward flame. And if I swing it, you can really see that delay there. It looks very cool. Very cool sound font. If they made this, and now the problem, in my opinion, starts out orange. If you turn it to red, it actually does this weird thing where it doesn't really flash just red. It flashes red, then purple, instead of red and like an orange. Not cool, in my opinion. It's just very annoying. So which means that if we want this to be red, like a Kylo Ren sound font, it's half red and half purple. But this works cool with every other color, like green. Works perfectly fine with green, but nothing else. This confuses the heck out of me. Also as well, you get the idea. I think you've seen enough of that. Let's just go quickly as we can.
Rey Skywalker.
Rey Skywalker. This is Rey's V2. This one, if you want to flex to your friends that you have the coolest lightsaber, find the Rey V2 on this saber and watch them cry. Yes, it's rainbow and it waterfalls downwards. Now, I think I can actually adjust the lighting so you can actually see what I see. This is what I see. On camera, and I gotta explain this real quick. On camera, the core in the center of it will look very white. That's because it's bright and it requires me adjusting the camera brightness to fit this. However, if I do, and I move away from the camera, it actually loses the light from the saber. And so the only way you can see me show the original color off to what you actually see, because you guys see the color on the edge, I see the color the whole way through. There's no really bright white core in the center that's red. It's just a red blade that's really consistently bright that lights up the whole room. So as you can see, it's white with an outline. And we're back. I'm sorry I had to make a cut there. I got a phone call and it interrupted the video, which means I may have to post this in a third part, which would make me suck balls, because that sucks and I wanted this to be in 2 parts, but I can't refilm this. So anyways, light effects go down the blade. But I realize I see the actual color instead of it just being white with an outline. You guys see the outline, like, of it coming down, but the whole thing looks white because the camera, this is too bright for the camera to pick up. It's like the camera staring at a light. You, IRL, can see that light is yellowish, but the camera will pick it up as just pure white nothingness with a yellow tinge. That's what's happening here. Unless I turn down the brightness a lot.
Crimson Assassin.
This is the Crimson Assassin V2. NeoPixels are very breakable. This blade is very good because it's withstanded a lot. It's green instead of red this time, Crimson Assassin. And it has a flame effect, as you can see. As you can see from the saber.
Crimson Mystic.
This is Crimson Mystic V2. This one is the second Crimson Mystic. This one is very obvious. It is green, then blue, and that is the only change made. It is still the original saber hittings and whatnot.
The Dark Saber.
This is the Dark Saber. This has absolutely no differences from the other saber. Blade's the exact same. There's no difference in the two, and that really confuses me. I think this is just so you can destroy it and make it something different when you get a different thing in this. I don't know why they're the same. They have the exact same everything, and it really confuses me.
Crimson Starfighter.
This is the exact same as Crimson Starfighter, except instead of it being a solid green line, it flashes. Also not very awesome. This is the last sound font.
Crimson Protector.
This is Crimson Protector V2, which as I described before, is a solid purple line with absolutely no changes whatsoever to the actual blade effects. So it's just, instead of it being unstable purple, it's a stable purple. And again, as always, you can just change the color to whatever you want. So, anyways, sorry about that. This will be the end of the video, because as it will get to the end, you get to back to battery changing mode, which is the first one I showed. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. This was a demonstration of the product. I hope I don't have to post the 3-minute part 3. That would suck. And I blame the person who did it damn well full knows who did it, and frick you, because I really didn't hate that. But anyways, that was the Saber review that I have just made. It shows off all the functionalities of the Saber. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments of the first and second video. I check my comments roughly every day or so. So yeah, we can have a fun time with that. I reply to all of them that are questions. I like them. So yeah, y'all have an awesome day.